In Dandy's world, wherever you look, you can reveal some dark secrets you probably didn't know. Nearly every item, toon, or twisted hides something, and in today's video, I will be showing you every secret there is in Dandy's world. But let's start easy, and from the very beginning of the game. This means before you even launch the game. Look at the description of the game. Can you notice anything strange? If you look at this sentence right here, it looks quite weird as only this sentence is all capital, while others are written normally. But if you take all the capital letters out, it spells out save us. Who and why wants to be saved? That's probably Toons from Dandy, as one theory believes that Dandy is behind the iCore operation and is using Toons for his own gain. Most notably, after you gather enough research on Twisted Dandy, the game reveals that he's the one behind the iCore operation, and it's all his fault. On the other hand, there's also a secret website called I'm So Happy They Are Friends that features Dandy and Astro looking at the stars in the Garden View lobby before it was decorated and opened. And at the bottom of the page, you can notice a text saying, "Wake up. It wasn't like this." What's interesting is that there's something black spreading that looks like it could be iCore, and the same black substance seems to be leaking from the vents near the ceiling. I do think that the "it wasn't like this" text references the iCore incident for one simple reason. When we look at the previous version of this website using the Internet Archive, you can see that there used to be a slightly different image. The previous image set the same scene, with Dandy and Astro in the middle of the lobby, but without traces of iCore and without the text at the bottom. And there was one more small difference. On the right side, there used to be photos of the two founders of Garden View Center, whereas in the new versions, the pictures are fully blacked out. It's hard to guess what really happened, but if you want to know the bigger picture, once you finish this video, you can watch my video explaining the lore of Dandy's world. There are more mentions in the game that someone wants help or wants to be saved. When we go to the Dandy store in the lobby, you can notice spelled out help from letter cubes. The same cube spelling out help can be found in more places throughout the game, for instance here near the Garden View sign. Or Poppy in both forms shows a hand signal for help. That's the help from sign language, not the more profoundly known signal you might know from online. Let's stick around in the lobby for a bit, as there are a few more secrets hidden there. Right where we ended, in the Dandy store, you can also notice cans of colors behind Dandy that match his petal colors. Some think that Dandy might be coloring his petals, and there is some supporting evidence for this theory in the game, most notably in his monologue about Gigi. Dandy says, "Can you believe Gigi accused me of painting my petals?" But then continues saying that his petals are all natural. In the lobby map, we can also find that the staff-only rooms have iCore footprints coming out of them. It's hard to guess who they belong to since they are smeared all over the place. When you switch to the roleplay mode, the staff-only room is open, and we can see more iCore spilled everywhere. There are a few prints that aren't completely destroyed and can be isolated, but they don't tell us much. It's also not certain that they belong to Toons or Twisteds, because when you look at Delilah Keene, who is one of the founders of Garden View Educational Center, alongside Arthur Walton, you can see that her ankles and feet are completely covered in iCore. This suggests that she has been involved in the process behind her partner's back, as Arthur has no traces of iCore on him. What also supports this theory is the story of other games Quell got inspired by. It was stated before that the main inspiration behind Dandy's world is the game Bandy and the Ink Machine. In Bendy and the Ink Machine, the downfall begins when Joey Drew, one of the studio's co-founders, becomes obsessed with bringing cartoons to life. His partner Henry walks away, but Joey pushes on with the Ink Machine until everything spirals out of control and the characters become corrupted. It's a pattern you see across mascot horror games. Two partners build something great, a successful business, but one of them crosses the line and starts experimenting, which soon gets out of hand. We see it in Bendy, we see it in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, and that's what might have happened in Dandy's world as well. The last secret I found in the lobby is in the elevator. When you count the number of elevator buttons, it adds up to only 65, but there are more floors than that, a lot more. We've seen people regularly reach floor 100, 200, or even more. Now it's time to look at the secrets that Toons and Twisteds carry, starting with who else but Dandy himself. As I already said, Dandy's petals might be painted. What's also interesting is his full name. When you visit the Dandy store located in the lobby, there's an advertisement for Dandy's petals, sold as one of the UGC items. The sign refers to him as Dandicus Dancifer. You can see that it is his real name also through the interaction between Tegan and Pebble, where she calls Dandy Dandicus. But his shortened name also has a completely different meaning than you might think. Many players think that Dandy's name is derived from dandelion. The petals would hint that. The truth is, however, it's a reference to the word dandy, meaning an excellent thing of its kind. This was unrevealed by Quelver on Discord. Dandy also used to have breathing issues. This was unrevealed in CCTV footage of Dandy and Delilah Keene. As seen in the video, Delilah successfully relieved him of these difficulties. And lastly, Dandy is developer-exclusive toon, meaning Dandy will never be a playable character in the future. Based on a photo dated 1988 that you can find in the greenhouse floor, it looks like Dandy and Astro were childhood friends. This is also implied based on the secret website we visited earlier, since the site contains an image of Dandy and Astro, and the URL says "I'm so happy they're friends." And Astro himself also bears some secrets. Astro's name is a prefix that comes from the ancient Greek word astron, which means star. This Greek root has given rise to many English words related to astronomy, such as astronaut, astrology, or asteroid. That name suits him very well, as he's depicted as a moon. His whole personality is also crafted around this. The moon is prominent at night, and that's why he might have very high stealth to keep quiet and not disturb those sleeping. He also dislikes photography, presumably because the flash of a camera would interfere with the night. But the biggest Astro's secret lies underneath his blanket. Have you ever wondered why Astro is all wrapped in a blanket, even in childhood photos? That might be to hide his 4 arms. Twisted Astro has 4 arms. Although a twisted version of a toon can be completely different, it's possible that this is the reason. Tisha's dialogue with Astro also heavily supports this implication, where Tisha says she has been so busy she would need an extra set of arms to help her out, and Astro keeps silent, perhaps even offended, as the following interaction shows. Or from Astro's interaction with Brusha, we can see that Astro does not want to take the blanket off, as he feels comfortable in it. Another big secret really caught me off guard. On a Q&A stream, Quell got a question about whether there's a plan to add a sun counterpart for Astro to the game, and the answer was that there already is a sun counterpart in the game. But the thing is, we do not know who it is. Players have been going back and forth about who that might be, but there's no definitive answer. Now let's look at a duo of toons with quite a big secret together, Cosmo and Sprout. Around the garden view, there are scattered posters and also information cards. These information cards introduce toons to the public, as the garden view's main purpose was to serve visitors. One of these cards introduces Cosmo. Apart from his love for baking, it also states that he's often seen with his best friend Sprout. Sprout's passive ability makes it evident that Cosmo means a lot to him also. But here comes the more secret part. The two have matching bracelets. The bottom part of the trinket you get when you finish researching both of them matches perfectly. They are also named similarly. One is Savory, and the other is called Sweet Charm. When the two parts of the trinkets are connected, they vaguely resemble Dandy's petals. Cosmo and Sprout also have matching skins, both relating to caramel. Cosmo has a skin called Caramel Drizzle, and Sprout has Salted Caramel. And the two share some similarities in twisted form as well. They have ichor on the opposite sides. Cosmo only has ichor on his right arm and eye, while Sprout has ichor everywhere except his right arm and eye. This could indicate that they were holding each other's hands before the incident with the ichor happened. One more thing you might have missed about Cosmo is that Ginger is his cousin. This was confirmed by Quell on Discord and is also evident from Sprout's interaction with Bobette. You can find some other secrets among characters like similar ichor patterns between Shrimpo and Tegan, but nothing that significant. So let's take a look at some floor secrets I found. On the warehouse floor, all cars have a license plate with the name of the leading developer, Quelver. Another map that has a secret is the diner floor. Have you seen the icon of the floor? It shows a Dandy-themed popsicle that, however, looks kinda weird. It's a reference to the SpongeBob popsicles, which were popular mainly due to the fact that they looked nothing like on the packaging and had been melted into weird shapes. On multiple floors, you can also find cardboard cutouts of Dandy, hiding in dark corners or behind objects, stalking you. Here's one in the warehouse, or here in the Rainbow Rooms. You will know the last secret only if you are a real fan of Blush Crunch Studio, because this secret is not located within Dandy's world, but in a different game from them. When you log into Flavor Frenzy, there's a gaming machine that is out of order. But when you look behind that out of order sign, you will find a poster of Dandy. What's funny is that the poster was added here even before Dandy's World was released. And there's one more Dandy's World secret in Flavor Frenzy. During an event, there was a cave filled with water, and when you went in, you could see a silhouette of Dandy hiding in one of the corners. Roblox Piggy has also referenced Dandy's world in the past, and you could find V's face on one of the computers in the Decay chapter.